Pick a news network, any network. Let's start with CNN. On your phone, type, "Who owns CNN?" You'll see it's owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. Good. Now type, "Who owns Warner Brothers Discovery?" In 2026, that's changing. Warner Brothers Discovery just signed a deal to be acquired by Paramount for over $110 billion. Now type, "Who owns Paramount?" Paramount was bought last year by Skydance Media, and Skydance Media is led by David Ellison. Now type, "Who is David Ellison?" He's the son of Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle, one of the richest men in the world. But keep going. Who runs CBS News? CBS is owned by Paramount, and the editor-in-chief of CBS News? Barry Weiss. She was appointed after the Skydance acquisition. Now here's the thing. Cooper said all media is owned by 5 corporations. That was decades ago. Today, the names change, but the pattern doesn't. You start with a news network, you end with a billionaire. And that billionaire? Always connected to power. Try it yourself. Pick any network, any platform. Follow the chain, see where it ends. You might be surprised how fast you get to the same place. Let's continue, because this next part is about us.
That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated, so they don't ever question the emperor. That's why they pay a player on a football team or a baseball team $1 million or $2 million or $3 million a year. It is the Roman circus. I know men who don't know anything in the world except who plays third base for the Mets, and they think that's a great accomplishment. And they meet and pat each other on the back and bond and go have cocktails and talk about what this guy that plays third base for the Mets did in last night's game. It's sad. It's really sad.
Juvenal, the Roman poet, said it almost 2,000 years ago. The people who once handed out military commands, high offices, everything, now restrains itself and anxiously hopes for just 2 things: bread and circuses. Bread and circuses. Today, the bread is your paycheck. The circus is the game. And while we're glued to the screen cheering for millionaires we've never met, the real decisions are being made somewhere else, by people we'll never see. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. History shows that a society obsessed with entertainment often becomes easier to control. As long as we're watching, we're not asking. As long as we're cheering, we're not challenging. And as long as we're numb, they stay in power.
But let me tell you something. When 150 of the most powerful men and women in the world can meet in secret in Baden-Baden, Germany, and plot the fate of billions, and nobody even cares about it. But 6 football players go to lunch together, and it's in the headlines across the country. You have a reflection of the society in which that exists. And it is a sick, sick society that is doomed to self-destruction.
So based on that scenario, there's some truth into what these men are looking at.
Absolutely, and that's what makes me so sick, is that I'm trying to wake up a people who on a daily basis are proving the ones that I'm warning them about to be right.
Be honest. When was the last Davos meeting? And what exactly was proposed there? Most of us couldn't answer that, because we don't care. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Netflix, we have our own lives, bills, work, relationships. Who has time to track what 150 powerful people discussed in a Swiss mountain town? And even if we watch a video about it, we forget it in seconds. The next scroll, the next notification, the next distraction. That's exactly what Cooper was talking about. While we're busy living our lives, decisions that affect our future are being made elsewhere. And most of us are simply too distracted to notice.
The right track is don't believe anybody. Don't believe me. Don't believe George Bush. Don't believe anyone. You got to go out and you got to get proof in your hand before you can believe anything. And to do otherwise today is the biggest mistake that anyone can ever make. You begin believing people, putting your trust in them, that they're telling you the truth. I guarantee you're going to take a ride on a roller coaster you don't want to be on.
Do your own research. Don't jump in the comments and ask, so what do we do now? I'm telling you.
So the ultra-terrestrials, I'll just tell you. Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here. From the future. Like, he talks about extraterrestrial. Extra implies that they're from somewhere else, from the outside. Extra implies they're from not here. Most of, like, everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously he was talking about ultra-terrestrials. Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here. From the future. P-47 is present plus 47 seconds. P-52 is present plus 52 seconds.
Shine a light on you that, thanks to Google and SEO, will follow you for the rest of your life.
Army. Yo, I'm better, but I'm wavy. Outside, inside, hectic, it's crazy. When I'm inside, I've been wavy. When I'm outside, I don't even talk to ladies. Pause. It ain't pause, I'm just
Okay, I got another one 2 days in a row. This is a military, supposedly a military aircraft. You know, that's what the ADSB says. And we're going to take a close look at this one today because nothing makes sense. Look at the wings. Look at the one engine. It's like on top of the plane, supposed engine, right? Look at this thing. Okay, now, also pay close attention to this spot because when we put the filter on, it's going to be very, very telling that this is not a plane. All right. Okay, we're going to watch a few frames here. Just look at this thing. It's so clear that this isn't a plane, but now we're going to put the filter on it. And look at that one spot where I was pointing out earlier. See how you can see the red? Now we're going to go ahead and pause it, zoom in on this, and you can see the hole. Yeah, a hole right through the middle of the plane. And now when we adjust, I'm going to adjust the level here. Yeah, right there. You guys see the hole, right? Now watch this. Look at this. Now you can see that it's actually like 4 to 5 different entities combined making up the craft. This is clearly NHI, non-human intelligence. This is not a plane. And they want you to believe that this is the military doing this to us. It only took me a few minutes, well, a little bit longer than a few minutes, but once I got a good shot of this thing, it didn't take long to discover that it wasn't a plane. It's very important that you take the time to do this same thing and see it for yourselves. Because once you see it with your own eyes, it changes everything.
अमेरिका, इंडिया, पाकिस्तान।
BOPIT. I got a suitcase because I'm a businessman.
Okay, how many of y'all out there has heard the song Jolene by Dolly Parton that she sung a duet with Miley Cyrus? It goes like this. Jolene, 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 Jolene. And that's all I know.
Now I'm Mr. Charisma, fucking Pablo Escobar. My friends are saying, shut up, Jenny, just get in the car.
Speed, speed. Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Slide slope. Think rate.
Retard, retard.
Bună, prieten, bună, m-am mutat în orsul ăsta. Am ieșit în Rapiță, m-am mutat în orsul ăsta. Aici am pe cineva care mi-l cumpătă.
I'm trying to go to sleep or take a nap and he's just... I want to sleep!
FIB Special Agent!
Welcome back, sir.
Don't apologize. You'll get attention all night.